welcome back to Sustained Overrule. This is the anonymous attorney. All right, let us get back into Twelvy's testimony really cross. Obviously, I want to be caught up in time for tomorrow's court proceedings. Let's go back a little bit, and let's proceed.
I only seen Lou with it. I didn't see it.
What's the question?
ASAP Lou had it earlier that day because Rocky was on stage rehearsing. So he couldn't rehearse, jump around, and, get ready for the show in that state. So he gave it to ASAP Lou.
Did you actually see this?
I only seen Lou with it. I didn't see when he gave it to him. No, I was also.
Yeah, again, that's over talking. That's the reason why he is on the stand, because I don't even know where he's getting. I wasn't there, but I don't know where he's getting some of these explanations from.
On stage rehearsing.
How do you know that ASAP Lou, the gun that he had, was the same gun that Twelvyy had?
I asked the same question last night.
Well, Lou is the only rehearsing, so he couldn't rehearse, jump around, and get ready for the show.
What happened?
How do you know that ASAP Lou, the gun that he had, was the same gun that Twelvyy had?
Well, Lou is the only liaison at the show that could be able to do anything with Rocky aside from us. So that's why I believe it to be the same thing.
My question.
What on earth? What?
How do you know that that's the same? Did you see Lou give the gun back to Rocky?
What's up, Brooklyn? Hola, Tatiana. So Brooklyn says, what would be a Sunday without an ASAP fix? That's actually funny. But I'm trying to catch up. I want to be all caught up in time for tomorrow's proceedings. Hey, Tatiana, how you doing?
I can't.
Brooklyn, I don't think you said. Are you watching the Super Bowl or not? I'm not gonna watch, but Benji convinced me. He convinced me to watch the halftime show. And Tatiana, are you watching or no? What's the answer? I'm sorry.
I can't recall.
What?
Lou give the gun back to Rocky?
I can't recall.
So you mentioned that you guys arrived at the location by the W, and you had a driver, right?
I believe so.
And would you agree that up to this point, there is nothing abnormal? You're saying you don't know what's going to happen, right?
Well, the car ride was
Dyalla, chilling
together. Like I said, it's the anniversary.
Damn, Brooklyn, why aren't you watching the Super Bowl? At least a halftime show.
A big situation for us. So everything was love.
Right, but what I'm asking you is, at this point in time, nothing unusual has happened, right?
No.
And you have no reason to believe, would you agree, you have no reason to believe at this time that there's going to be anything unusual that's going to happen?
No, because I even heard them quickly on the phone.
Just answer the question. No, move on.
Really picked up for Rocky. You feel me? And it was a regular conversation. Nobody's going back and forth, yelling. They were able to tell each other where they were going to be so you could meet up. It wasn't no, it wasn't like that.
Could you hear both sides of the conversation?
I couldn't. I think I couldn't really hear Rev, but I heard Rocky jokingly ask like, "Yo, where you at, bro?" I believe he told him where he was at, which was
Is Junior Co-Counsel home?
I think the W Hotel, something like that. And Rocky and Relly had a relationship for years. Relly was viewed as Relly the boss. He told him that he was at the W. Rocky joking with him, "Yo, you're not at the bum ass W, bro. Where you at? Like, let me see where you at. Like, show me your room." And I guess bro act like he was at the W, but he was somewhere else. But yeah, that was the conversation. It was a friendly conversation because they friends.
So what you're saying is that the conversation between Relly and Rocky leading up to this first incident was completely friendly and just joking around. So my question is, do you agree that up to
I'm glad to hear that, Adley. I'm glad to hear that.
this point, when you're arriving near the W, there's nothing special about the ride you're on, no reason for you to remember anything, correct? Just a regular day, regular ride?
Well, it was special because I'm with my brothers.
No, but I'm asking not in terms.
I don't think this man has drank water once since he testified. You guys get your water intake up, okay?
Is it special? Is there anything memorable about it in particular? Just driving the car?
I think he was playing new music. You feel me? So that was cool. It was a vibe.
So you mentioned on direct examination, you mentioned that when you got there, you were able to recite the literal order of who got out of the car. Do you remember testifying to that?
Yes, because I was sitting in the back of the car.
So how do you remember specifically? You had a driver, right?
Yeah.
So how do you specifically remember the order of you, the defendant, and Gil, who got out of the car? What made you remember that? Do you know?
Well, because if I'm in the back and they're the only two that's in front of me, they gotta get out first.
What kind of vehicle were you in?
It was like a black truck.
Was it a two-door truck?
Nah, it's like a 4-door, like big body black truck.
Right. So basically like a luxury chauffeured SUV, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to get out first. Everybody's got a door. They can exit how they want, right?
No, that's not true. Because you can't always sit with the driver. So the driver has his door, and then the 2 doors in the back is for the 2 passengers in the back, and it's a seat that's behind there. And I was sitting right behind my 2 bros in the back, and they were sitting in the 2 seats in front of me.
I'm just asking you, do you know why it is that you specifically remember the exact order of who exited the car?
Because that was the only people that I was with.
So you get out, and how long after you get out is it that you see Relly coming up?
Can you rephrase that?
After you get out of the car,
Yes.
or the truck,
Mhm.
how long after that is it before you see Relly coming up?
Well, I seen him. I was already kind of like out the truck already, but I wasn't as far up as, it was in Rocky because I got out last. You feel me?
What?
So I'm kind of in the back. I see them in front of me. I see Rel coming down the hill.
Okay, when you first saw Relly, how far away was he from the closest of the 3 of you?
When I first seen him, he wasn't that close. No.
He was by himself though, right?
Yeah.
So he's coming up.
What are you
And
doing?
would you agree that if you can see him, he can see the 3 of you, is that right?
What's
I'm
up,
pretty sure, but
Peter?
I feel like he probably seen Rocky
Do
only.
you have your snacks and things ready? Your drinks, your bud?
He probably didn't see me till last. I don't think he seen me until I came up in between.
So it's your testimony that based on where you position,
Oh no, are they gonna ask him about the knife or no?
that you don't think Relly knew you were there until after the incident started?
Yeah.
But he did know, at least in terms of position, you believe you would have been able to see Gills, correct?
Yes.
So it's your position that Relly comes up, and you said before he was like walking in
I take it back. The man's sipping a little water.
a fashion. Can you describe, was there something about the way he walked that led you to believe that there was a problem?
Well, I done worked out with Rugby, so I know.
That's right. He did work out with Relly.
And his movement got a little more pep in his step than usual. And
Okay.
he's coming down, like it's big like a hill, so he's coming down. And you can see his vibe, a little more momentum. He comes down, and as soon as he meets up with Rocky, you feel me? And this is after Rocky walks from the car. Rocky walks up. Rocky's not doing anything. He doesn't grab Rel first or anything. He's walking up to Rel, and as soon as he gets up to Rel grabs him.
So let me ask you, up to this point, you're saying that they were completely joking in the car a couple of minutes before, right?
Yes.
Everything.
But I said I did not.
Yeah, so Brooklyn, Brooklyn saying that 12 remembers 4 years later where he was sitting in the truck, but doesn't remember anything else. All right, so Fever's ready. Fever's ready. How your little waterheads? How your people doing?
Yeah, what Riley was saying.
But you said that the defendant's response
I know. I've been thinking about that ever since you typed it in this chat, Fever.
indicated to you that everything was cool and they were just joking around.
Yes.
So it's your testimony that Relly comes up, and what's the next thing that happens when he approaches?
As soon as he see Rocky, grab him.
And when you say grabs him, what hand he grabbed him?
I believe his left hand.
Okay. And when he grabbed him, did you see him attempt to punch him?
When he grabbed him, he automatically started because he got him by his I think his.
I I thought he said he grabbed him on the testimony. Didn't he say what's his name? Raleigh grabbed Rocky, and Rocky was like on his tippy toes or something along. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but that's what it sounded like during his direct.
Hoodie and stuff. So I'm not too sure if he's trying to pull his hoodie over or he's just trying to like, kind of have Rocky in the air dangle. I see that's what
Yeah, dangling in the air. I don't know what video he watched, but
he was doing.
Let me stop. You said he grabbed with one hand.
Yeah.
Now you're gesturing like he's grabbing with two hands. How many hands he grabbing?
He ended up grabbing him with two hands, yes.
Did he start with one
He
hand?
started with one hand.
Which hand did he grab with first?
He grabbed him with his left hand, I believe.
And do you know whether Raleigh's right or left-handed?
I believe Relly's right-handed.
And so would you agree that if he grabbed him with his left hand, that his right hand would have been free, if he wanted to punch the defendant?
Possibly, but he did end up grabbing him with both hands.
Let me ask you, did you see him attempt to in any way punch the defendant?
No, he was just basically trying to lift the defendant off his feet. So I'm not too sure what he's going to do after that, but he tried to lift him off his feet.
Motion strike everything after no.
is the judge still there? Oh, come on now.
You're right, but we need to finish this case before the end
The judge said, we're right.
of the decade. So
End of the decade.
it's just that let him explain the answer.
No, I disagree with the judge. Absolutely not. There's no explanation. That's why redirect is there. I don't know where Judge Arnold. Come on now.
Just try to facilitate the trial.
No,
Let's move it along. Go ahead.
I disagree.
So
with that.
when this incident started, where were you standing?
Okay. What is this person saying? Never mind. Let me read it on my own.
I was behind.
And how far away were you from Raleigh and the defendant?
Well, I wasn't that close because I literally had to get up to them and get in the middle. So I wasn't that close. Even in the video, you see I put my hand on Remy last to move out the way. So that's, as I said before about people getting out the car, how I knew Rocky and Ills got out first, because they were already closer to Remy than I was.
The judge, it might be time to retire. I'm sorry. It might be time to retire.
Mr. Phillips, isn't it true that in fact Mr. Mayer grabbed Raleigh's left arm before Raleigh ever did anything to him?
Okay, so actually that is a good question, because if he was farther away, he being Twelvyy, if Twelvyy was farther away, then I don't know how he can accurately testify to the initial contact if he wasn't directly there.
No, I don't think so. No.
Well, when you say you don't think so, I'm asking you what you know.
I know for a fact that Rocky, look, you don't want me to say that he's a bigger guy, but I doubt Rocky just gonna grab him.
You said he doubt. I don't know. Again, to me, this is shaky testimony.
I don't think he grabbed Remy first. Remy grabbed Rocky.
Let me ask something. I asked you before, at this time, during this incident, your testimony is that Raleigh is physically stronger. If Raleigh and Rocky are going to fight, Raleigh's going to win, correct?
Correct.
But would you agree?
Tatiana, are you making any more jackfruit tacos? What are you making? What are you making for the Super Bowl? That's if you're watching that. I mean, you have to eat either way.
Even at this time, that if Raleigh and Rocky are going to fight, that Rocky is powerful enough in the industry to basically end Raleigh on the spot, correct?
No, that
You should have asked that question better.
no.
Okay, you disagree. Isn't it true that it was at this time that Mr. Mayers pulled out the firearm, or as you described, the prop gun?
I don't think he just pulled it out. So as I was
What?
saying
No
earlier,
question, Benny. Did you actually see the gun come out?
I seen when Rocky was adjusting.
That's really yes or no. The reason why this man is on the stand for this long is because he just cannot answer questions. I mean, really, a lot of them had trouble answering questions.
Then the prop to put the prop back into his waistline.
Okay, so that would be after it's come out and being put back, is that right?
That was after. That was after Relly is literally trying to lift him off his feet, and
What you
Rocky
described as non-responsive.
As I said before, we need to move this.
Your Honor, but it's not,
We need to move this along.
I'm doing it. This is my question.
rephrase it, please.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, I know. Initially, I thought Judge Arthur is, impartial, but his rulings are questionable. They're questionable. The rulings are bad for both sides. Some of the rulings are bad for both sides, but I definitely do not agree with him here.
Did you see the gun come out of the clip? I'm not asking you
Yes or no?
when you saw it put back, did you see it come out?
Yes.
So
I thought you just said, didn't you just say,
my question is, when is the first time at that incident that you saw the prop gun?
It was when Relly was grabbing and picking up Rocky. And Rocky was with his hands up, trying to catch his balance, reassure his grip on the floor, because Relly is bigger than him. He was pulling him, and they both fell back. So,
they fell
being that
back?
it was a belt clip, his belt, his pants, from the video you can see, is falling. So that's when I believe the prop took fall. He never pulled the prop out.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you, did you see the defendant remove the prop gun from his gun?
I've seen Lewin sit and stand. He's an older man, so I don't know. He might have permission from the court to sit down. I've seen him sit and stand.
I did not see him remove it. I seen him put it back.
Okay, so that's my
Yeah, that's
question.
what Tuma contradictory. Okay, contradictory, because he went from not seeing it pulled out to him actually seeing it pull out and back to the other position. I don't know.
First time you saw the gun was when it was being put back.
Yes.
She was funny.
All right, I'm gonna now
Wait,
show
what did
you
it say?
the time you saw the gun
Hold on, folks. I need to adjust myself.
was when it was being put back.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna now show you the video of the incident by the parking garage. This is gonna be People's 15 combined surveillance video, and we're gonna show the first incident. So what I'm gonna do very much like this type of video. I'm gonna run it through one time so you can see it. And I'm gonna ask you specific questions about it. So I want you to watch it.
Yeah, Fever, that story, I don't know. It keeps changing. And that's why I say you cannot tell me that this man is credible. He might have a calmer demeanor, but no, 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 no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. What are we looking at? Okay. Somebody said he's very consistent, and you don't know what consistent means. Let's go back. I actually want to look at the the arm movement. Yeah, I don't know. To me, Rally's arms are lower, so I don't know the whole pulling up in the air and gripping part. Because I'm focused, when he's over here. I don't. Hmm. Yeah, his arms are lower. I don't know about the whole gripping feet, air dangling. Do we see a clip, a bell clip?
Stop it. How many times do you think you've seen that portion of the video?
A couple times.
Well, you only
Means two.
seen it a couple of times.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times. Like
Maybe
not more than 10. Just a few times.
You feel me?
Is it a couple or is it 10?
I said I have not seen the video 10 times. So that's why I said a couple times. I've only seen the video
Couple means two.
a couple times.
When's the first time you saw the video?
To be honest, the first time I seen the video was on TMZ.
Does the video that you just saw, does that accurately depict as much as you can remember what happened?
Yes, but no.
What?
Does the video that you just saw, does that accurately depict as much as you can remember what happened?
Yes, but no.
Okay.
Yes, but no.
What do you mean by that?
Because from the video, you see Rocky with the prop in his hand. You also see Rocky put the prop away. You feel me? But you don't see how the prop gets into his hand.
So did you give it to him? What? Wait, what?
Okay. Do you agree, having watched the video, that it shows Relly walking up and immediately being accosted by Mr. Mayers?
Can you rephrase that?
He does not understand what accosted means.
Let's show the very beginning. Pause it. So I'm going to ask you, in a moment, I'm going to ask you, who was it, Relly or the defendant, who ended up starting this exchange?
No
So I
problem.
want you to watch. Go ahead.
Okay, I need you guys should be showing us too. Come on now.
Go back one more time. Stop. Would you agree that you've got the defendant reaching towards Relly and the defendant, you've got the defendant reaching towards Relly.
Brooklyn, what would Rihanna be testifying to? I think her presence in the courtroom and her getting up, according to Megan, okay? Her getting up, I believe it was the second day that she appeared in court, because prior to that, the jury actually, from what I remember, prior to that, she was using some underground entrance or something along those lines. But when Relly testified on the second day, according to Megan, she left through the public entrance because obviously she wanted to be seen. And according to Megan, she got up in the midst of testimony, and Megan believes that that is one of Takapina's tactics.
And Relly grabbing the defendant's hand or arm in response.
No, what I see is Relly putting his hand up. So he moves it from his back, and then he automatically goes to grab Rocky. That's what I see.
Okay, keep going with the video, please. Stop. Would you agree that what you just saw
Come on,
was
cameraman.
the defendant holding on to Relly, and Relly has a free right hand, which was available to strike the defendant, which he does not do? Would you agree?
I agree.
Okay, keep going. Stop.
No fever. Nobody gave Rocky the prop gun. I was just, that was a comment to him being, what's this guy's name again? 12Y's response.
Would you agree that that shows?
That was in response to him saying that we don't actually see where the gun comes from or how he gets the gun, something along those lines.
Relly.
That's when he was asked if the video depicts everything that occurred.
Being pushed by the defendant.
I'm not gonna say push because they're both grabbing on each other, trying to assert like balance, stance.
Let me ask you something. You indicated how strong the defendant is, how strong Relly is.
Yes.
How strong the defendant. if the defendant, if Relly, based on your experience with him, had wanted to attack the defendant, had wanted to push him back, and wanted to hit him, you would agree Relly is big enough and strong enough to have done that, right?
I agree.
Okay, keep going. Stop. That's you, correct?
No, that's
No,
not.
I'm sorry, that's Hills, excuse me. I apologize. That is ASAP Hills, right?
Yes.
And go back. What did you just see Hills do in the video?
I see Ills trying to defuse the situation, get in between them, and like basically get Relly and Rocky off each other. Because right before you hit this clip, you can see Relly with both his hands around Rocky's neck.
I don't know. I did not see that. His hands looked lower because, I mean, that's Ill's arm or whatever, and Rally's arm, to me, it appeared lower the whole time.
Hoodie or whatever, right there.
And you're saying you have this independent memory of exactly what's on the video?
That's
Stop. From the only 2 or 3
Who said
times
stop?
you watched it.
no, I just seen that.
Oh, okay. Let's back this up a little bit, please.
Thank you, cameraman. Okay, keep watching Rally's arms and hands, even when he gets over here. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Stop.
I know that arm still looks lower to me. That arm lower to the arm looks lower to me. I don't know where Twelvyy is getting his testimony from.
Is it true, Mr. Phillips, that Ills is trying to get Rocky off of Relly? Is trying to get between them, is trying to push him back, and then the defendant continues to go towards Relly.
Objection, Your Honor, is a compound question.
Wait a second.
It is a compound question. Come on now.
All right, I was trying to speed it up, Your Honor. I'll do one at a time then. Okay.
That's funny. Hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back.
All right.
This man is quick on his witty. He's very quick on his feet.
I was trying to speed it up, Your Honor. I'll do one at a time then. Okay. Back it up. What does Relly do? Stop. Right now, would you agree, Ills is grabbing the defendant who is between he and Relly. Ills is not between the two of them. The defendant is between. Is that correct?
No, because this is Rocky on one end, Relly is on the other end. Ills has both his hands basically getting in the middle to bring it up.
Wait a minute. Can you point with your pointer there? Point to where Ills is.
Yeah, his other hand is over here, so I don't know. I just don't know where he is.
Point to where the defendant is. Point to where Relly is.
Right there.
So how can you say that Ills is between the defendant and Relly when Ills is on the other side of the defendant?
Because if there's a person standing here and a person standing here, he's trying to get in the middle of it.
So I didn't ask you what he was trying to do. Listen to my question.
But he is getting in the middle.
Do you agree that this video shows Ills not
Oh no, Brooklyn at the time in 2021, did he have kids? Was he a father or no?
between the defendant and Relly, but behind the defendant,
Not
grabbing
behind. Not behind.
Not behind the defendant.
He is, so it's your belief that this video does not show Ills behind the defendant?
No.
I mean, Ills was behind the defendant once upon a time because I saw him pull the defendant off, but in that specific clip,
Okay. We go back slightly. Stop. You agree, Relly has just gone off the screen, correct?
Yes.
you agree that the
Show the screen.
defendant is pushing him off the screen, correct?
He was pulling Rocky.
Okay, so whether he's pulling or pushing, do you agree that Ills is not between the two of them?
This isn't the same clip that you showed me
Just
before.
answer the question, please.
But right here, he's behind.
Okay, so right now you agree Ills is behind, right?
It was behind right here.
Okay, now we're gonna keep the clip going.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Exactly. I saw Ills pull Rocky from whatever his name is.
Is Ills still behind?
See, now it was just behind him, trying to pull him away
He was behind him.
from Relly. And in this photo, you can see Relly with his hand around Rocky.
Okay, I want, you just said a second ago, in this image at this point, Ills is trying to pull the defendant off of Relly, correct?
In this image, he's trying to get
Just answer the question. Yes, no. Don't repeat the question. Come on now. I have stuff to do.
defendant off of Relly, while Relly is grabbing the defendant by his neck.
Listen to my
That is not his neck. That's a hoodie. Come on now.
question. In this image, do you agree that it shows Ills trying to get the defendant off of Relly, yes or no?
I'm not saying no. I don't think
The man has no credibility. The man has no credibility. What's up, Benji? No credibility. I don't know how anybody can say 12V was a credible witness. When something is as clear as day and you still cannot answer, you have an issue. That's a biased witness.
he's trying to get him off because you don't see Rocky a certain dominance right here. So I think he's just trying to get in the
Most
middle
of
to
his life
the
is
situation.
non-responsive.
Hey, Judge, are you going to respond? What's going on?
Keep the video
Is the judge still there? What's going on with the judge?
going.
And that hand, to me, that hand is on a hoodie. It's not on his neck. Okay. Let's quickly go back.
Keep the video going.
And the judge never responded, did not rule. Yeah, and this hand was lower. Relly's hand was much lower. I don't know.
Stop. Would you agree that at this point in time,
Okay, so this is 12V's hand. I did not notice that previously.
there is no attempt where you have seen Relly trying to punch,
One judge.
kick, slap, do anything to the defendant?
Anything is vague, but let's move on.
So
He cannot even answer that. He cannot even answer that.
from the clip before, you can obviously see him choking. So a few seconds later, no, he's not choking, but he was choking.
Wait, so your testimony is now, we missed, he was choking.
Yeah, this is not a credible witness. We don't have time. What time is it? 3:35. I don't know. We might not have time. Okay, I wanted to pull out one of my books here. We're just gonna have to watch this.
Relly was choking the defendant, is your testimony.
That's, if you want to play the video back, you can see it.
Have you ever mentioned before this moment in court that you saw Relly choking the defendant?
What I said was,
Wait, answer my question, please. Have you ever said before this moment in court, ever, that you saw Relly choking the defendant?
no, because I never seen.
Motion to strike everything after no. Do you agree that Relly at this point in time does not have either of his hands on the defendant?
Correct.
What's up, Callie girl?
Do you agree that Ills, at this point in time, is not paying any attention to Relly and is looking forward, trying to get the defendant separated because he's coming after Relly?
Objection mark, rules, regulations, skills.
Please, Clint. Stop. Do you agree that what you just showed shows Ills backing Relly up?
Yes.
Would you agree that as with the defendant, that Relly is considerably bigger and stronger than Ills as well?
Yes.
Do you agree that knowing Relly and knowing Ills and knowing the strength between them, that if Relly had wanted to go forward and go after the defendant,
That's a
that
good
he
question.
had the ability at that point?
Possibly.
Possibly? I'm asking you, from what you've seen.
Yeah,
does it
because you used to work out with him, remember? You used to work out with a man.
look like Relly is in any way trying to go after the defendant?
Right then and there, you see his hand coming around him, so I'm not too sure what he was doing.
So at this point in time, do you know if the defendant already has the gun out?
No.
You don't know.
No.
Let's
He
run.
forgot, what's his name again? 12 forgot to add that it's a prop gun.
Please.
A prop.
Did you see the gun?
So yeah.
You can see
there.
right, you see the gun in his hand?
I see the prop in his hand. Yes.
Do you see the gun in his hand?
Yes.
At this point in time, would you agree that the defendant is aggressively going towards Relly with a gun in his hand, and that Ills is trying to keep the defendant from making contact with Relly?
Can you rephrase that?
What is so ambiguous about that question?
Would you agree that at this point in time, the defendant has a gun in his hand, is moving aggressively toward Relly, and that Ills is trying to prevent Relly from getting close to the defendant? I'm sorry, that's trying to prevent the defendant from getting close to Relly.
You have to rephrase it because
Okay, that's my fault.
yeah.
Do you agree, at this point in time, defendant has a gun in his hand? Agree?
Okay.
Agree? Say yes?
Yes.
He said, okay.
And do you agree that at this point in time, that the defendant is aggressively moving towards Ills and Relly?
Well, in this clip, because Relly was already
Oh my goodness.
grabbing him and kind of like, trying to little boy him, you feel me? So I just see,
Here's the thing, Fever. Self-defense would not work under these circumstances. That's why his defense attorney did not go with self-defense.
Rocky just trying to get himself out of the corner. Just trying to get himself out of the corner, himself from out of here. I'm not too sure what else.
He needed a gun to get out of the corner, or a prop to get out of the corner.
Else is right here, he could have been backed up against the side of the garage wall. And he was just trying to get himself up out of that situation.
So you're saying the defendant is trying to get himself out of a bad
He's
situation?
just trying to get himself up out of here. He doesn't have the prop on Relly. He's not pointing the prop at Relly. He's not doing anything like that. So
Let me ask you something. At this point in time, can't the defendant simply have gone the other way and exited himself from the situation?
Objection, closed speculation.
You were at the scene.
yes, I was.
When the defendant is moving towards Relly with a gun, was there anything preventing the defendant, as is shown in the video, from turning around and going the other way?
As you can see in the video, I'm not
Man, Lewin has good recovery. This man knows how to recover.
sure how long this lasts. He does that exactly as soon as he's able to get up out of this space.
So it's your position that the defendant did not have the opportunity to go the other way, is that?
No, because Relly pushed him under the garage. The garage it's like it was built under something, so you can't walk through the wall. He had to got from under the garage so he could be able to get up out of here.
You agree that in this image that you've seen, and you were at the actual incident, the defendant has his finger on the trigger, correct?
No.
So you don't see his finger on the trigger in this video.
I do not see that.
Well, let's run it again.
Do they get to the footage? I guess they don't get to the footage where where they're down the street. Okay.
Do you agree that it
Right there.
appears that the defendant's finger is on the trigger?
I see his hand is on the prop. I cannot tell you if his finger is on the trigger. No.
So
Yeah, credibility issue.
at this point in time, is this when Relly yells, "Put that fake gun away"?
So as Rocky starts turning,
Is this the spot? Yes or no? Is it a different time?
yes, he says, "Put that figure as
I
gun."
don't know. Would Raleigh have seen the gun at this juncture?
And your position is, I just want to be clear, that at this point in time, when that gun comes out,
Yes.
Okay, that's going to be interesting because not Raleigh. Ilse is probably going to be asked the same questions, and I'm curious to find out how Ilse answers in you know when as compared to whatever his name is.
Relly knows it's a fake gun.
Yes, I believe that.
Okay,
Yes.
continue.
He said he believes that. Folks, I'm trying to get comfortable. Ugh.
Stop it. Do you know what the defendant did with the gun after he pulled it out when they go off frame?
Okay, so what is he going to testify to? What is he going to say?
In this clip or another clip?
No, just listen to what I'm saying. You just saw the defendant take out the gun.
Yes.
You saw the defendant then go forward, which would be to the left of this video, so we don't see him. He goes off screen. You know what I mean by that, right?
Yes.
Do you know what the defendant did with the gun that he just pulled out when he went off screen?
Well, as you can see, he
Sir, do you know or not?
put it back into his waistline. And he was leaving.
When did you see
I don't know, because I think he gets back on screen and that's when he puts the gun away. What's his name? Lewin is asking what's occurring when they're off screen.
it back?
Well, when I was there, during this altercation, he put it back. It wasn't even out that long.
So what I'm asking you is, play the image where he pulled it out. I'm almost, Your Honor, I can break in a 2 minutes. So it's
The judge tried to get up. The judge is trying to get off the bench. Yeah, judge needs to retire. Judge Arnold, it might be time. Pave the way for some younger folks to get up there.
What I'm asking you is, play the image where he pulled it out. I'm almost, Your Honor, I can break in a 2 minutes. So it's 4 needs. So the gun is out.
Yes.
My question is not what did he do when he put it back? He pulled the gun out and he goes off screen towards Relly. What did he do with the gun when he went off screen?
Can you show me that again and rephrase that? Because
Yes.
I didn't see him going string going towards Rebel.
Watch. There he is, off the screen. He had the gun. So my question is, do you know what he is doing with the gun at this point when we can't see him off screen?
Well, the gun is still down. He's still trying to put it back into his waistline.
Wait, so you're saying this video we've just seen shows him putting the gun back?
Look, can we rewatch the video?
Sure. I'm not talking about.
Yeah, and he said apparently this man's pants were always down. Like I think that's how people dressed back in the day. I don't know that he dresses like that anymore.
When he comes back. I'm saying at this point in time, you agree. What's that?
I didn't,
Witness this, rewatch the video.
You just watch it.
No, you just pause it. I'm trying to watch the whole video.
No, I'm not showing the whole video. I'm showing the part I want to show.
Nah, so can you show it in context? It shows when he puts the.
No, Mr. Phillips, I'm gonna show you what I want to show
He said he's the attorney.
go ahead, show Mr. Phillips what you want.
I just showed you that image. My question is, you would agree that the defendant takes a gun out.
Where are the arms? The arms are not by his side. So what's he doing?
The gun is out. They go off screen with the gun still out. So what I'm asking you is, do you know what the defendant did with the gun when they went off screen?
Yes, he was still trying to put it back in his waistline. The gun was down.
In his
So I
waistline?
believe he was trying to put it in his front belt, but he couldn't. So that's when he turned around.
This is not, I'm sorry, folks. Credible where? Where?
He readjusted, put it to like the side.
Wait, so your testimony is that he pulled the gun out, and then immediately after pulling the gun out, tried to put it back.
He didn't pull the gun out. So, like I said,
What?
from him getting pulled by Relly, his clothes weren't secure. So his clothes weren't secure. The prop clip wasn't secure. You feel me? So he didn't pull it out. He's a dominant right hand. He would have pulled it out with his right hand, I'm guessing. Here, he's using his left hand
They're just speculating.
to adjust it the whole time.
So you saw the gun out, correct? You saw the gun out of the clip, correct?
I
Now
see.
get you.
I seen it.
Sir, yes or no?
Only seen it when he was trying to adjust it back into his clothes.
Last thing to show you. I want you to see when the gun first comes out. When we see it on the screen. Gun is already out the first time we see it. You're watching. Gun is stopped. The gun is out right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still gonna stick by that. The last question, if I was prosecutor, the last question I'm asking this witness, is, do you think or do you believe that Rocky will ever shoot you? He's gonna say no. And when he says no, that goes to show that, as brothers or friends or whatever collective, you don't think that, one of your folks will take you out.
Agree.
Yes,
It's in the defendant's hand. You agree?
yes.
You're not telling us that the gun fell out of the clip and just happened to go in his hand, right?
Oh boy.
The gun would have fell on the floor. It's inside his pants. And it's a clip. So I feel as though he grabbed it while it was falling. He just grabbed it with his hand.
Except that while he was falling, come on now. This is not a credible witness, folks.
It just occurred. He's not pulling it out. He's not pointing it. He's actually trying to secure it and keep it down.
So your testimony is,
Finish the thought.
that his pants were falling down. And so he reached back to get his pants up and grabbed the gun accidentally to prevent his pants from coming down. And that's
Lewin, I want to know how did, not Lewin, Brooklyn, how did Lewin do?
why the gun is out. That's your testimony?
Can you rephrase that?
So your testimony is that the reason the gun came out was because his pants were falling down. And so he reached back to try and make sure his pants didn't come down and unintentionally grabbed the gun.
Yes.
That's crazy. That is crazy. So what would be the explanation? So if that's the explanation here, what would be the explanation down at the parking lot? Was his pants falling? What was going on?
We can resume on Monday, Ron.
All right, folks, please be outside the courtroom doors.
I know. I want you guys to know what thoughts.
All right, 10 o'clock, everybody. I know.
I wonder why they start court so late out there in California. Why are you starting? Why are you starting at 10?
10 o'clock. All right. Okay, all
When
right.
they start at 10, they have lunch for 2 hours, and then they stop at 4:30.
We'll resume at 10 o'clock on Monday. Please don't discuss the case with yourself. Don't look at any electronic media, print media, or any kind of media, keep an open mind. See you Monday.
Is that it? I thought they come back. You see, this is why I prefer to watch things here. They do come back. Hold on. Because I was gonna talk about Tasha. I was gonna talk about Tasha K. All right, come on. Yeah, whatever the defense do, ASAP Rocky should not get on that stand. Not because right now, I do not know how 12V and his other person, Ills, can have the exact same story to a T. And the reason I question that is because 12V's testimony kept changing. He did have inconsistencies. I mean, he's calm. He has a calm demeanor. Presentation is different from Raleigh, but he is just as inconsistent. Are they on or are they off? What? Somebody said hung jury. Wait, what? And I hope they come back with better audio Monday. It's obviously not going to happen. Wishful thinking. What's going on?
I do. And then I'm going to ask all of you.
Okay, wait. I don't know what's about to happen. What's about to happen? Hold on. Let's go back.
I do.
Wait. What? All right.
I do. And then I'm going to ask all of you. I always do.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. Who's this?
All right, we're outside the presence of the jury. Mr. Lewin, you've been questioning the witness for 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Your Honor, they have.
You have 90 minutes. You have 90 more minutes. I'm controlling the progress of the case. That means over 4 hours with this witness. You have 90 minutes remaining.
I don't agree with the judge on this one.
Your Honor, I've got an ethical duty to
Yeah, I don't agree. I don't agree with the judge on this. It would have been different. It would have been different if the judge, similar to, I mean, that's a civil case, so it's not really the same. But in that Amber Heard, Johnny Depp trial, I believe going into the trial, time was already allocated for both sides. But under these circumstances, I do not agree. I do not agree with the judge, and the reason for that is because the prosecution does bear the burden of proof in this case.
actually affect the prosecutor's
And you
case.
can have to do it in 90 minutes.
Your Honor, but the court's gonna do what it's gonna do, but at least allow me to be heard.
Go ahead, say what you want to say.
Your Honor, but the court's gonna do what it's gonna do, but at least allow me to be heard.
Go ahead, say what you want to say.
They had the witness, the victim, on the stand for 3 days. They asked him question after question about his income, about more irrelevancies than I can add up. I'm going through video where the witness is impeaching.
Yeah, the judge, if he wanted to if he wanted to place a cap on time, I don't know why he would do that, considering that the prosecution does in fact have the burden of proof. That's something he should have done from the onset. I do not agree with his decision.
himself left and right on the central issues in this case. And the board is saying, you gotta hurry up. Your Honor, we have to be able to do our job. I'm not wasting time. I am asking
Exactly.
questions that are getting important information. And when the court didn't limit them at all.
Yep.
This witness is as important as the victim indication.
The reason Relly took so long is because he was so uncooperative and he would not answer a question. This,
I mean, the same applies to he's nodding. He's like, yeah. But the same applies to what's his name? Whatever his name is. He's also not answering questions. He would not have been up there that long if he pretty much went yes, no, without feeling the need to explain and talk about things that aren't actually in the video.
this witness is answering questions. Over 4 hours is enough. You have 90 minutes remaining. Just use your time wisely. That's it, 90 minutes. That's an hour and a half more. I'm sure you can get it done in that time. Anything?
No, sir.
There you are.
I do not agree with the judge's decision.
Any, anything?
And I said this before. I said it before that Rocky did get lucky with his judge. He did get lucky with his judge because the judge has, again, made rulings and decisions that I don't agree with.
No. Does no one anything more?
No.
All right. See you at 10 o'clock on Monday.
Yeah, so Tasha K, again, that's why I need to watch stuff for myself because Tasha K said this man being Lewin, ended up going off. I did not see that here. He said sanctions were
Yeah, you
imposed.
won't use that what year clock, though, right?
I can't, what?
You won't use that what year clock.
Yeah, can we get to time?
Yeah, I don't know. We're done though, but we are in a good posture. We are in a good posture to, continue the case tomorrow. What are you guys saying? What are you guys saying? Let's see. Brooklyn, what were you talking about? Let's see. Oh yeah, Benji said Lewin did a good job. Lewin did a fantastic job. He did very well. That is for sure how you cross-examine. To me, those questions were not repetitive. He was actually getting at. He was in fact getting at. He was getting at the meat and potatoes, and he did show inconsistencies within this witness's testimony. If I was Lewin, over the weekend, I would go and look up case law, basically something and everything to, tell the judge that he's incorrect, he's wrong in the decision that he just made. And then let's see. Oh, you guys are talking about soccer? Let's see. Okay, Callie said Lewin will tear that man to shreds. Okay, they'll need to settle this case rather quickly before the jury gets a case. Brooklyn, what are you talking about? This is a criminal case. The only way I see Rocky getting out of this is if some jurors believe Relly to be aggressive based on how he was on the stand. Okay, and then Brooklyn says, do they get 4.5 hours with a witness? There were no time limits, and that's why I do not agree with the judge's ruling. Okay, I don't agree with the judge's ruling because if he was going to put caps on, if he was going to put time caps, that should have been done at the onset of the actual case. But to put a cap on the prosecution is improper. The reason being, prosecution bears the burden of proof. And it will equally be improper for the judge to put a cap on a defense's cross-examination, because again, the defense attorney does have a duty in representing the defendant or their client. Yeah, I don't know what I do not know what Judge Arthur has going on. Yeah, Tasha is very dramatic, but I'm glad that I waited. I'm glad that I waited to watch her for myself because I don't know where Tasha K got her information from. In any event, this is definitely the shortest live we've had in a long time. Probably in the past 2 weeks. So tomorrow we will resume. What's the date tomorrow? I don't know. Today's the 9th. Okay, so tomorrow's the 10th. there's a possibility. I mean, tomorrow we're gonna start early. Either way, I'll schedule the live. Should I schedule it tonight? Let me see. Because there's what's making that sound? There's a possibility that we can start the live at 3:15 as we've been doing. But if I do have to get on a Zoom call tomorrow, there's a possibility I have to get on a Zoom call around 3:30. If that's the case, we're probably going to start around 4. I will not know if I'm getting on the Zoom call or not um, before tomorrow morning, and I'll be at work. So if you even say the judge is tired, it might be time for him to give it up. Like it might be time to retire. Go retire. Go do something fun. All right, folks. We will resume tomorrow. Obviously, what's his name? Whatever his name is, he'll still be on the stand. Okay, he'll be on the stand. Uh, I'm looking forward to Il's testifying, though. I am looking forward to Il's testifying. Fever, don't do my girl like that. Don't do my girl like that. Tasha K is my girl. I cannot stand her all the time, but she's very entertaining. And now I'm wondering if the judge is going to cap defense redirect. That's what I'm trying to figure that out. All right, folks, we will be back tomorrow. Thank you all for coming up here, listening to me talk and break this whole thing down. We'll resume tomorrow. It's either going to be 3:30, or if it's not 3:30, it's going to be sometime around 4, but I'll schedule it. And I'll schedule the video for 3:30 regardless. And if I have to push it back, then I'll put up one of those community posts or whatever for folks. I mean, you can see though, when I push it back, I think you'll be able to see that it's pushed back. So if I do push it back, you know why. All right, folks, have a fantastic Sunday. Definitely have a great week ahead. Fever says it's going to be a hung jury. Fever has again been ambivalent. He does not know which way. And then I don't know, for the people that actually do support the NFL, I hope your team wins. Okay, I don't even know who's playing, but Benji did convince me to watch the halftime show, so I am gonna do that. All right, folks, I'm out. I'm out. Shout out to Jerome. Shout out to the replay crew. Everybody that came through: Fever, Cali, Brooklyn, Benji, Tatiana. I think I got everybody. Yeah, shout out to Ellie, Junior Co-Counsel. Shout out to all public defenders. All right, I'm out.